There's a lot of rainbow lights. Happy almost Pride Month. Okay.
Saying that it feels right.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Miss Venomous, or Mojo, if we're like that. I wanted to go ahead and make a sitting down YouTube video. It's been a while since I've done this. The last time that I did this, we reviewed Dubby, which we're still standing strong. Oh, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm sorry that I don't upload to YouTube in long video form too often. I feel like I just hate editing so much, so. Yes. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. I figured that maybe a good video idea would be streaming tips that I wish I knew before I started streaming. So you guys have a little bit of background about me and my streaming journey. Basically, I have always wanted to be a streamer. Yes. But never really knew how to go about it, to be honest. Started watching YouTube at a very crisp age of 11 years old, and I started by watching a lot of PewDiePie. He was kind of like my go-to guy to watch all kinds of different playthroughs and stuff. I think his first playthrough I ever watched was The Walking Dead. Loved it. It was so great. And ever since then, I kind of always had in the back of my mind, I've been playing video games since I was 6 years old. I would love to make a living out of this. I would love to just play video games and get paid for it because I love video games that much. I've played on all kinds of different consoles and whatnot. I've played on PlayStation, GameCube, Game Boys. I've played on PSP. I've played on Wii. I've played on Switches. I've played on... Now I have a PC that I've had for a couple of years. So I did, in high school, start to stream a little bit. An ex-boyfriend of mine actually gifted me a PC for our 1-year anniversary, and it was super cool, but it was so not able to run things like I wanted to. So I ended up just streaming off a console, off a PS4, which I still have to this day. It's sitting right in front of me. And I made it work. I mean, I had people that would come in and stuff, and people liked watching me play story games. I was mainly a COD streamer when I first started. Crazy. But yeah, I just kind of got discouraged, I guess, because I would try to stream on PC to kind of make it look cooler with the layouts and everything like that. And my PC couldn't keep up with anything but Minecraft and Among Us. So I kind of took a really long hiatus until a couple years ago. I'd say about 3 years ago now. I actually was able to get a new PC, get a new desk, new monitors, all kinds of stuff. When I first started, I didn't have this microphone or my stream deck or anything like that, but it was enough to get started, and I had a webcam. We made it work. And it was kind of hard getting back into it, but I'm so glad that I did because we have such a great community. The Snake Squad is amazing. And if you aren't familiar with me now, I mostly play Dead by Daylight, scary games, Repo, and every now and again I'll play a story game. People love watching me play Mortuary Assistant. I also stream on TikTok and stuff now too, which is crazy because a couple years ago I refused to get TikTok. I'm so glad that I have it now. But yeah, we play all kinds of stuff. I play Demonologist. I'm just looking at my game list over here. I still have COD, Fortnite, Rainbow Six, all kinds of stuff that I play, but mostly stream Dead by Daylight. But I like to do a variety of things. So anyway, I compiled a list today, 10 streaming tips for you guys who are maybe wanting to start streaming or struggling with your streaming. I am by no means a professional at this. I just compiled a list of things that I wish somebody would have told me when I first started streaming again 3 years ago. And let me also say, I've been affiliated with Twitch since I started back in 2017, and my affiliation still carries till today, but I really say that I've only been affiliated and consistently streaming for the past 3 years. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tips. So my number one biggest thing, I've talked to other people about this, like, oh, what is your biggest pet peeve when you go into somebody else's stream, and like what kind of steers you away from them? A lot of times people hate when you are not interactive with your chat, and that is like a really big thing across the board, I feel like. And I think people struggle with it because when you first start out, you don't really have anybody to talk to in your chat, but you just kind of have to talk to yourself. It's something that I like to call YouTube mode. You just have to talk to yourself, talk about life things, how your day was, talk about things in the game. You can kind of make it like instructive almost, kind of give like advice in the game if you're good at the game, can't relate. But overall, just talk. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a stream and like said hello, like tried to make conversation, and my chat's being like deliberately ignored. And granted, if you're like Mish and you have thousands of people in your chat and your chat's like, I get it, girl, pop off. I get it. But when I'm coming into your stream and you have 5 viewers and like 2 people talking, come on, I'm just trying to make a connection here. I want to be friends. Like, just talk, even if it means talking to yourself. If somebody comes into your stream and you're dead quiet, they're going to leave. They're going to leave. There's been times that people have, like, I've talked in their chat and they like respond back to me by typing. Just weird. Like, just talk in the mic. Like, I know you have a mic. Just talk back in the mic. Like, why do you need to feel like you have to pause the game to type back to me? Just, I don't know. Anyway, next. Number 2, let's talk equipment. A lot of times people, when they first start streaming, think they have to have the best of the best when it comes to like your camera and your microphone. And granted, that can be nice. If you can do it, do it. But when I first started, you know what I was streaming on? I was streaming with the PlayStation 4 camera. Have you ever seen the quality of those things? The PlayStation 4 camera and a Turtle Beach headset. That was like $20 from Walmart. If you can hear my dogs in the background, I'm so sorry. They're being so extra today. Here they come. Yeah, I mean, we all have to start somewhere, and there are good, cheap options out there. I know a lot of people on TikTok compile a list together for people who need like budget-friendly microphones and cameras and stuff like that. It took me a long time to even just get a HyperX or the 4K Logitech webcam that I have, which I don't even really need. I just wanted it just to better my streams a little bit for my sake. But yeah, there's budget stuff out there, and you don't always necessarily have to have a camera. I think in my personal experience, I think it does help to have your camera. It kind of makes your stream a little bit more engaging, but if you're not comfortable with that, don't do anything that you're not comfortable with. Maybe you can work your way up to it one day, but don't feel obligated to have a camera. I know people who are super successful that don't use a camera at all. So, number 3, networking. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough, how much growth I've had just from networking. Networking includes like joining Facebook groups to kind of promote yourself, but also supporting other people. I cannot emphasize this enough. You cannot just expect people to just want to click your link just because you said, hey, I'm live. No, you need to support other people. People want to support people who support them. Like, I post in Facebook groups, I post in Discords, I post on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I post on so many things and communicate with other people through those platforms. I'm constantly liking people's stuff when I have the time. Let me preface by saying that life can get busy and there can be a period of time where you're not so like interactive with your community and being so supportive, and that's okay. Just be open with your community. Yeah, I go on TikTok, I repost people's stuff, I comment. Same thing on YouTube, Instagram. I try my best. I'm kind of not so active on Instagram anymore like I used to be when I first started. But then also just tabbing people on streams when I can, when I'm home and I can have multiple tabs up at a time. I'm not streaming. Keeping people tabbed and just lurking sometimes is even really great. But if you can be active in the chat and stuff, definitely do that. It builds more of a sense of community and actual support rather than just saying, hey, I'm here. And yeah, you don't always have to spend money on streamers to support. I feel like that's a really big misunderstanding, is that streamers just want your money, but literally you just being there and just watching through the ads or watching a full video that we post or reposting it or sharing, you know, our We're Going Live post or whatever, those are all free ways that you can support your favorite streamers. You do not have to send bits or gift subs or anything like that. Small things matter too. So kind of in that same scenario type of stuff, number 4 is building a community. A lot of times it is so easy just for you to click to go live and stream to 0 people without building a community first. And I feel like that's where a lot of people get discouraged, because they hit go live and there's nobody just coming in. Twitch discovery doesn't really exist like it does on TikTok and on YouTube and stuff like that. So I highly suggest, if you're going to start streaming, make sure you have a TikTok and a YouTube and other platforms where you build your community first and kind of work up the hype of, hey, I'm gonna do my first stream or whatever, and it totally makes it worth it. Yep. Making a Discord for your community and we're a safe space where people can hang out and discuss ideas and stuff like that, I think is really helpful. Number 5, this is like, I don't know why I didn't put this at like number 1. Don't stream every day. That was a big thing that I used to do. I used to think that you had to stream every day for an excessive amount of hours, like 6 hours every day, or else you weren't going to get any views or any followers, That's so far from the truth. People just like consistency, not necessarily seeing you every day, but it also gives them something to look forward to. So if you create a schedule where you stream, let's say 2 to 3 times a week, it kind of gives them something to look forward to, and people like consistency. They know when to tune in and what day that you're gonna go live and stuff like that. So making yourself a schedule, and don't push yourself to do too much for no reason. Number 6, I really like this one. A lot of people don't realize this when they first start streaming, but definitely if you're streaming on Twitch, enable your VODs. This can be super helpful to figure out how your audio sounds, what you could have done differently. Basically, you can go back and watch your streams. You can get clips from them as well. Every time that I end a stream, my kind of like routine is I will go back to my stream summary. I'll look at that, see how that's doing. I will actually go through my entire stream and make clips so that I have content to post elsewhere to bring people back to Twitch. But yeah, enable your VODs so you can see like what technical issues you might have. You might realize, oh, my mic was too quiet, or my teammate was speaking louder than I was. I need to turn them down next time, or the music, you know, stuff like that. So definitely make sure you enable your VODs. Number 7. Play what makes you happy. I know a lot of times people tend to get like caught up in the trends and what's popular right now and stuff like that, but if you're not playing what genuinely makes you happy, it can show, and people can realize that by the energy that you're giving off in the stream. There's been plenty of times where I've forced myself to play a game just because chat wanted me to do it, and I just was not feeling it, and like my viewership ended up not being that great anyway, because people kind of caught the vibe and just were like, I'm kind of out of here. A lot of streamers actually find success in their small little niche games that a lot of people don't actually talk about, because some games are just so oversaturated with streamers. It's kind of hard to make you discoverable. When you find something that really makes you happy, is kind of like a niche game, it makes you a little bit more discoverable, and you can create a really tight-knit community that way, which I think is pretty cool. Number 8, be yourself. I can't tell you how many times that I have gone into a stream and you can just tell people are either trying too hard or not trying hard enough. At the end of the day, people who want to watch you and want to support you will be there for you. Like, I can tell you from personal experience, when I used to play COD, when I first started streaming back in like 2017 or so, I was really good at COD for the most part. Like, I actually, like, used to have my own clan, and I used to play competitively and shit like that when I first started. I'm not so good at COD anymore because I play a lot of DBD, but playing DBD, I fucking suck at DBD, bro. Like, I'm not good at DBD at all. So I know people are not here watching me for my skills per se, but maybe because of my personality. I feel like a lot of people who tune in are constantly, like, complimenting me on that. Basically, my personality, my energy. People really thrive off of that. So you being yourself and just being authentic can make you stand out and make somebody choose you to watch rather than somebody else, because so many other people can just be doing the same thing and it gets boring. So yeah, just be yourself. Don't worry about the view count while you're being yourself. Don't worry about the view count. If you can, turn it off, because I found a lot of times people just worry about that too much, and then it kind of like keeps them from being themselves. Yes. Right people who are gonna come around and they're gonna stay around. The genuine people who like you for you and are gonna be genuine supporters in the long run will stick around regardless of how many people are in the chat. Number 9, surround yourself with like-minded people so that they can become a part of your team. Basically, surrounding yourself with winners. That's kind of like what I like to say. Because if you're surrounding yourself with losers, you're going to lose. You're not going to perform well, and then you won't have a good team. I think it's really important, maybe not so early on, but at some point you create like a good mod team, because as you're growing, you are more susceptible to things like bot raids and stuff like that. People who come in just to fucking shit on you and all that. It's really important to surround yourself with people at first who you can learn to trust and support each other and stuff like that, and then you guys can kind of become a team for each other and have a good mod team. I have a super great mod team. Shout out to the mod squad in the Snake Squad. I have Brenna, and I have Izzy, and I have Aaron, I have Breeze, I have Sam. I have so many people who are genuine people in my life that were actually my IRL friends before they became my mods. We used to hang out in real life and play games and shit in real life before I actually asked them, like, hey, could you possibly just mod for me? And then I kind of built trust with people over the internet after I knew that I had genuine people that I knew I could trust at first to become mods. So yeah, I think having a good mod team is super important in both like your Discord, your Twitch, all that good stuff, because it will happen. You think it's not gonna happen to me, it could never happen to me, but trust me, it does. So, number 10, why should people watch you? Why should people pick your stream versus somebody else? I think that's a really, really big thing. Not being scared to try new things, ask other streamers questions, and if they have an idea that you like, you can take that and learn from it, but don't be a copycat. Nobody likes a fucking copycat. Just take things and make it your own, and that's what really makes you stand out from everybody else. I think people should typically be brainstorming all the time. Kind of going back to don't stream every day. I was making that mistake of streaming every day and thinking I was going to do anything, but during those days that you're not streaming, once you create the schedule of, okay, I'm going to stream 2 or 3 times a week, during those times that you're not streaming, you should be brainstorming. You should be creating clips and coming up with ideas for your next stream or your next YouTube video or whatever, because that's how you'll build an audience. That's how you'll build a community of people who want to support you and who genuinely like what you do. Really just using your time wisely, and then that will make your stream stand out opposed to others. Like, doing subathons and stuff is super fun. I love doing subathons because you can always do fun challenges and stuff like that. Having a scary game where certain alerts are like jump scares and stuff like that, you know, doing things that kind of make it more engaging and more fun for the viewer in your community. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was just a bunch of rambling, but I hope there was some useful information in there. I really think it's important that us small streamers and content creators help each other and stick together and don't be gatekeeping shit. Like, we're supposed to be like a community and help each other grow and stuff like that. So if you have any streaming tips that you have learned since you started that you wish somebody would have told you when you first started streaming, please leave them down in the comments below. I would love to see them, and maybe I can learn something from you guys. I think that would be really, really cool. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can also leave those down in the comments below. Like I said, I do stream on Twitch. I do have a schedule. I have a Discord if you guys would like to join that. I do movie nights and stuff like that, which I think is super fun to get interactive with you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if this was super fucking awkward. I'm super fucking awkward. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye! I'm so gay.